Save the World is an experience on Fortnite that I feel that not many people have really given a chance. The experience isn't for everyone, but one thing that I love about Save the World is all of the different weapons you can use. And let me tell you guys, some of them are pretty mad, and whether they appeared in the game as an LTM or they had like a Save the World weapons only game mode in Battle Royale, I'd love to see these guns added to Battle Royale in some form. And then, once they add the Save the World weapons, then we can convince Epic to strap a minigun to Fred, and then whenever you go to open up a loot llama, just when you thought you were gonna get your loot, he pulls out a minigun and he's like, Alright, Fred, let's not get too carried away now. Unless, of course, you're being carried away with buying skins in the item shop using code T5G. Join the Discord, if you have not already, to become a part of the top 5 gaming community today. And let's get this party started, gamers. Oh yeah, one more thing before we do get into this, gamers. These are entirely based on our opinions and stuff that we think would be cool to add into Battle Royale if they were balanced. Also, let us know if you guys have any ideas for stuff that you'd like to see added to Battle Royale. Maybe we'll do a fan concepts video for weapons. Would you like that? Let us know in the comments. But number 5 is going to be the bundle bus. So quite a while back, before burst weapons got vaulted, there was always a lot of controversy around them. The fact that you'll have the first shot accuracy with one bullet just to watch the remaining burst matrix around your enemy made it feel really wasteful. You could definitely do some damage with them if the bloom gods were on your side, but the lack of consistency, where you'd prefer to be able to rely on your own skill, made this a heavily debated weapon. Even with the introduction of the epic and legendary variants, it didn't really settle the discussion down at all. So what if I told you the bundle bus, which is actually a burst weapon by the way, would indeed be a great addition to Battle Royale? Well, you might call me crazy, but just wait until you see this thing. Traditionally, when you think bundle bus, most gamers would probably think of a shotgun-based weapon, like the blunderbuss from Black Ops Zombies. Man, I miss that gun. But this bundle bus is actually a semi-auto assault rifle. It's got that old school wooden gun style to it that would fit perfectly with the current pirate theme. And it doesn't just have 3 or 4 chambers, this weapon has 8. With a magazine that can hold 32 bullets, you can shoot 4 bursts of 8 shots before even having to reload. Yep, you heard right. This gun shoots an 8-bullet burst shot in barely a second. It's essentially a burst minigun you'll need to reload, and to be fair, the reload is only a couple of seconds, which isn't anything compared to the reload time of an LMG. There may be frequent reloads in those mid to long range battles, but it'll definitely shred if they get too close. These are obviously strats from Save the World side of Fortnite though, so if any guns were to be brought over to Battle Royale, they would most likely need to balance it out for our environment and gameplay. But given the entire storyline that's unfolding on the island right now, a weapon of this style would go hand in hand with Captain Blackheart and the pirate areas. Number 4 is the Dragon Sniper Rifle. So recently we did a video about things that could help Fortnite, and in all honesty, a lot of weapons on our list have similar results. We talked about how a burst assault rifle could actually be good. Now we're gonna go risky and attempt a semi-sniper. I know the semi-sniper was probably one of the most useless guns in the game, unless you're an absolute sniping demon, that is. However, simple solution, stick some explosives on it. We've just gotten the boom bow and been having a literal blast with that thing. But this could lead to a whole new style of weapons, which have secondary effects. You have the arrow damage and then the explosion. We've even got poison traps in the game now, so it definitely wouldn't be a surprise to see a bow or gun of some kind that causes a poison effect down the road. With secondary damage effects, there's a plethora, a new world of possibility. A perfect fit for the semi-sniper would be to introduce the Save the World's Dragon Sniper Rifle. Shoots an arrow-like firework that doesn't cause any damage, but once stuck to its target, will let off a mini fireworks display and then explode, causing a ton of damage to the player and the surrounding area. It's very similar to the boom bow, but it has that ability to be extra accurate with the sniper's scope. Maybe they could adjust it a bit so the original hit does do a little bit of damage at least, but I reckon it would make for some interesting gameplay. Plus, it's another gun that would fit really well with the current storyline. It is a Dragon Sniper Rifle after all. If by some chance we do end up seeing flying dragons, or when we happen to see the planes again at least, this would be a great weapon for shooting them down. Number 3 is the Great Sword. So Fortnite made an attempt at a melee weapon once before, believe it or not, but it didn't really go down so well. The community loved the idea behind it, 1 being able to actually have a melee weapon, and 2 having a unique enjoyable weapon to use. So it was Fortnite's attempt to introduce mythic weapons, but they started off a little too strong. Just a little bit. So let's put all that power aside for a moment and think about it as an average weapon without its mythic status. The answer to all of that would probably be the Great Sword. In Save the World, they have a whole variety of melee weapons ranging from baseball bats to scythes. Each different color grade has its own unique look and style to it as well, which is a really nice touch. The Great Sword version is what a lot of people suspect the Infinity Blade to be modeled after. You can see it's got a very similar shape, and the attack styles are almost identical, except due to its smaller size and lighter weight, you can actually pick up longer combo attacks and slightly faster swings things than with the Infinity Blade. I, for one, have been a massive fan of melee weapons, even in shooting games, and I'm fairly sure we've all seen a few PUBG pan plays by now, and I'd love to see Fortnite introduce an actual melee weapon for anyone that wants to pull off some sneaky or cheeky plays. If it's balanced out well, it could be a great emergency weapon for close range combat as well, even if they just gave it 30 to 40 damage a swing, and I think people would still appreciate having it in the game just to have that opportunity. I want to hit somebody with a frying pan. Number 2 is the machine pistol. So how many times have you been flying down from the battle bus? You get a perfect flight and are coming in way before everyone else. You land at your favorite spot, all free of enemy players, knowing you got a good 5-10 seconds before there's even a chance of anyone else landing. You run all throughout the house, finding nothing but random loot, giving you some heals, mats, and everything but a weapon, and that's when you see the pistol. You suddenly hear an enemy land at the garage, so you decide to grab the pea shooter and take him out quick, but as he opens that kitchen door, you get insta-killed to a shotgun he'd found straight off the bat. This is unfortunately something that can easily happen with RNG-based loot, but do we really need these pistols anymore? In all honesty, the blue pistol wasn't that bad, but that was removed in September of last year. Now, we're stuck with a gray and green pistol that just kind of takes up space and leaves anyone who grabs it at a pretty big disadvantage. Don't get me wrong, every gun can be good in the right hands, but the pistol is definitely at the bottom of the food chain. Introducing Save the World's machine pistol. It's essentially an Uzi, but would be a great upgrade to possibly replace the pistol. It's got a fast fire rate and has a clip of 30, but that might put it too much on par with the submachine guns. With a smaller clip at around 15 to 20, it might make it feel more like an upgrade pistol rather than a fully blown spray gun. The intention isn't for it to be a permanent weapon that can stand up against anything like you could with a compact SMG. It just needs to be good enough to put up a decent fight against those lucky shotgun finders in the early game. And for the honorable mentions, honorable mention number 1 is Dragon's Breath. So if you haven't noticed yet, Save the World have about as many weapon variants as we have cosmetics. Use code T5G. They'll have whole sets of weapons in multiple different styles and dragon, and the dragon theme is one of them. We've seen it earlier with the dragon sniper rifle, but now we're looking at the Dragon's Breath. This giant dragon head fire-breathing thing is basically your classic double-barrel shotgun that we've seen in Battle Royale. Everything's pretty much the same except for the obvious dragon theme. Now, the double barrel did get faulted with the release of Season 7, and a lot of people said good riddance. It was one of those weapons that not everyone got on with, so why would this be a good idea? We mentioned about secondary abilities before, and with the Dragon's Breath, you can get a burn effect. Imagine if we just had a weaker version of the double barrel with that flame damage effect. You reckon that would be something more balanced out? Because, to be honest, it was mainly the high damage barrel stumping everyone had a problem with before. With the current dragon skins and talk of even more dragons appearing soon, this weapon would definitely match up with the outfit and the story. Honorable mention number 2 is the Pummel R. So the Pummel R is actually kind of its own weapon, but at the same time, you could also introduce it as an epic and legendary variant of the tactical shotgun. I never imagined the day I'd see a legendary tac, but to be fair, this weapon from Save the World does fit the description pretty well. The Pummel R is a shotgun from the hydraulic series, which give your ammo a greater amount of impact and knockback compared to normal. Other than that, it looks similar to the tac and has a similar fire rate and clip size. It would just have a lot more punch behind its shots is all. If it would actually cause players to get slightly knocked back, then it could make for some great plays as well. I mean, just imagine you're in a build battle and you send them flying off. Although players might get annoyed with that, if it was introduced as a balanced legendary tac though, I think it would make the most sense. I mean, we've seen upgraded epic and legendary variants of the burst AR, the pump shotguns, the SMGs. Maybe it's time for the tac. And in number 1, we've got the Zapzap. For the number 1 spot, I don't think we could have it any other way. Well, in all honesty, this list wasn't ranked, but I definitely think the Zapzap would be an interesting weapon to see in Fortnite. And for all you zombie fans out there, this might give you a satisfying sense of nostalgia. The Zapzap is essentially your good old classic zombies ray gun. Ever since Fortnite took the Zapatron away from us, I've been waiting for them to bring some sort of energy weapon back, but no, they just haven't. And that was over a year and a half ago. Can we just get some already? They got loads on Save the World. I'm sure there's plenty of Battle Royale fans out there that would love to run around with a little alien-like ray gun device shooting up the enemy with lasers and explosions. Let's be real. They've been messing with Battle Royale so much already, so I doubt anyone would really notice. Epic. Got him. Please fix the game. This Zapzap weapon may look like a pistol, but upon impact, the energy ammo explodes. Maybe that would also make a good replacement for the normal pistol. It would definitely make early games interesting, if anything. But that has been our list of the top 5 Fortnite Save the World guns that need to be released into Battle Royale. Click the like button if you've enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Push notifications on. Use code T5G in the item shop right now. Do it. Just do it. Get it over with. Also, be sure to join the Discord. Link is in the description. And keep it here, right here on Top 5 Gaming.